Former NBA player Kwame Brown and now official internet troll Kwame Brown had a lot of negative things to say about Jackson State in some weird way to try to defend Deion Sanders. We got to talk about it. And I don't do these for everybody, but I do these when I feel it's necessary. So let's talk about it after the bumper. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is Jeff Lightsey Jr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on Jeff Lightsey Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload all the time. Now, I was, just doing my thing and scrolling all over Instagram and Twitter and different stuff like that, and I saw that Kwame Brown, he's a former NBA player, former number 1 overall pick. Now he's just been reverted just to an internet troll at this point. He decided he wanted to take shots at JSU, and his stance was to defend Deion Sanders. It's also stupid. I just want to play for you the clip and then just get to my piece and why. We probably I should have probably just ignore Kwame, but we have to dispel some of these things when I see it, because when they get on certain platforms or people with certain platforms, we just have to make sure everyone knows that certain things aren't true. So this is Kwame Brown, and this is what he had to say about the good folks at Jackson and Jackson State, unprompted for whatever reason. Let's take a listen.
And all these people that's talking about Jackson State and all this other shit, I'm gonna come out and say it. Jackson State, they should have rolled out the red carpet for Deion like them. Why does it take white people to roll out the red carpet for our people? Why is it?
So if you didn't hear him, he blanked it out, but he said F Jackson State, and they should have rolled out the red carpet for Deion. Sir, you clearly don't know what you're talking about. They did roll out the red carpet for Deion. Just because he decided to leave doesn't mean that he was getting screwed over, because that wasn't the case. Let's keep listening.
Take that. Jackson State had a gym in Deion. They chose to let this man get robbed. Allegedly, his office get robbed. I heard his sons had pressure on them because they're wealthy and had money.
That is all cap. Like, you can't just go out. It's dangerous to just go out there and say stupid stuff. Did some people's cars get broken into? Yes, but car break-ins happen everywhere. To say that his sons felt quote unquote pressure put on them, like the streets was after the Sanders family, oof. Let's keep listening. Oof, there's a lot of ignorance. It's making my head hurt, by the way, but we just got to make sure we dispel all this goofy stuff.
It wasn't a safe environment. It wasn't a clean environment. They didn't have the money. He came there, and they didn't have the money to pay him. He did what he was supposed to do, and you still don't track the ticket sales so he can get his money.
See, this is why when that whole ticket sale thing was out, and I was mad at Prime, because he let that narrative run. People, that interview with Earn Your Leisure was over a year ago. In a year and some change later, they're still running with this same fake scenario, this big ass lie, and you got idiots on here still repeating that stuff. You still have people repeating that stuff, even though it was all dispelled. The school came out and said the shit was a lie. But you got this big buffoon and others saying goofy stuff like that. See, that is a problem. But see, the reason why it's so easy for him and others, other black folks, to run with a lie is because that's how they feel about us. See, Kwame Brown, what's even more disappointing about him and doing this to JSU and saying these lies about Jackson State and saying these lies about that university and about the good people there at Jackson is because the only reason why he has a social media presence is because he was mad about the stuff that others with platforms were saying about him. He was mad about what Stephen A was saying about him. He was mad about what Matt Barnes or Steven Jackson or Dr. Boyce Watkins or whoever was saying about him. So he came out to dispel it. And he came out attacking or whatever. He was being goofy back then, but he came to defend himself, and it is what it is. And you accuse those people with those platforms that were bigger than yours and still are of doing something you're now doing to Jackson State, which is lying, which is not telling the truth. At least they were telling the truth. They could be mean about it, but were you a bust in the NBA? Yes. Were you taking number one overall and didn't have a good NBA career? Yes. Did you make some money? Absolutely. But at least they were telling the truth. They just might have been mean about it. They just might have been mean about it. But you're just flat out lying about JSU. You're just flat out lying about what took place at Jackson. You're just flat out lying about what really took place. And people will hear what you have to say and run with it as if it's some kind of fact. And that is what bothers me. That's what makes me mad. That's what pisses me off when people with platforms and people who want to be, I don't know if he wants to be respected or pretends that he's respected or whatever, but still, man, it none of it makes it right. None of it makes it right. Let's keep listening.
So why in the hell would somebody care about a school that don't want to appreciate one of the greatest players that graced a football field?
What makes you think they didn't appreciate him? Like, where did you ever read that they didn't appreciate him? Even on his way out the door, you can say whatever you want about HBCU grads or the alumni of the school or me or whoever. JSU and the people that represent JSU, that being Ashley Robinson, the athletic director, most notably, have done nothing but sing the sweet praises of Deion Sanders. Have done nothing but sing the sweet praises of Deion Sanders. Anybody that is officially affiliated with the school have done nothing but sing the praises of Coach Prime. Now, like I said, you can say something different about people on Twitter, but the people don't represent the school. I don't represent the school. The alumni don't technically represent the school. The school represents the school. The athletic director represents the school. The coaches that were there at the same time as him represent the school in so many words. So come on, man. Come on. We just gotta unpack all of this stuff, one lie after another lie after another lie.
I don't understand that. When you get the guys there, treat them with respect, and then maybe he'll stay. I'm tired of this notion that just because you black, you got to accept BS. No.
It has nothing to do with that. And here's the thing: Prime is subjugated to do whatever he wants. He's a grown man. He's his own man. He lives his own life. Nobody can live his life for him but him. At the same time, people felt how they felt because of the things that he said. At the same time, he has every right to leave. Nobody just expected him to stick around for nothing. You do realize all of these other schools, these same white schools that you said, and I'm done listening to him because he didn't say nothing relevant the rest of the time. All these other same white schools that you're bigging up for showing them so much love or whatever, they could have hired Prime 3 years ago. They had just as much opportunity to hire Deion Sanders as Jackson State did. Hell, some of them even interviewed him. TCU, Arkansas, Florida State. But guess what? They went with the white man. They went with a white man. That's what those schools did. JSU is the one who decided. The guy who is a Pro Football Hall of Famer, the guy who played in the World Series in baseball, the guy who was a College Football Hall of Famer, JSU was the one who decided to give him an opportunity, even though he had never been a head coach at any level in any sport. That's what JSU decided to do. Not all of these same white schools that you're trying to big up and put down a black school. So let's not do that, Kwame. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, Kwame. It's not cool. Just like you didn't like Stack and Stephen A and all those dudes doing that to you, saying whatever they said about you, even though it was true. Let's not just spread lies on the black school because it's easy, because it's convenient. Let's do better, man. Let's do better. Let's do better. You're supposed to be better than that, aren't you? You're supposed to be better than that. You're not supposed to be like the Boule people, the Boule class. You always, they go along, get along, the same ones you talk about. You're supposed to be better than them, right? Well, let's be better than that because you're acting just like them. You're acting just like them, trying to pick on the black school, the HBCU school, the black college, just to big up Prime. You can big up Prime without bringing up JSU. You can big up Prime without spreading lies and misinformation about Jackson State. You can big up Prime and follow Colorado and be the biggest cheerleader, the biggest fan of CU Buffalo football for the next year and a half because he only got about a year and a half left and he's up out of there. It's my opinion. At the same time, you don't have to put down the school that's already been marginalized, the school that's already been underfunded on purpose by the state of Mississippi, along with all the other black colleges across this country have been marginalized and underfunded. You talk about they ain't got the money. Well, why don't they have the money, Kwame? Have you asked that question? Have you proposed wondered why they don't have the money you so call speak of, but they still are the ones who gave him the chance, the opportunity to showcase what he could do at a collegiate level. So come on, man. Miss me with all that BS, dog. You can miss me with all of that because that just ain't right. And we're never gonna stand for what's not right, especially when it's against our people. And that's just me. And that's how I'm always stand on that. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Kwame Brown had a lot of negative attacks on Jackson State, a lot of misinformation, spreading misinformation, false information, fake news. And we just had to dispel that right here on Victory Formation. My name is Jeff Lighty Jr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on Jeff Lighty Jr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload all the time. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace.